we are doing something big today. We are going to assemble the bottom end of the K24. I am way too excited. I don't know about you guys, but check it out. First order of business is we gotta clean this dirty girl. Alright, so what's your guess, brother? 50 pounds?
Yeah. 50
Cole?
pounds. Let me see this. 38.
38?
38.
I'm gonna say 35.
That's it.
Oh. So I just looked online because I didn't know, and the actual weight of a stock K24 A4 crankshaft is 39 pounds. So they removed just about 6 pounds. They moved away 5.7 pounds. So these are to be torqued to 10 foot-pounds down into the block first. And then once you put your nuts on, those are to be torqued at 55 foot-pounds. We're just torquing down the studs themselves, and they need to be torqued to 10 foot-pounds. So the order doesn't matter because this isn't torquing down the plate.
There you go. One of the fanciest torque wrenches out there. Yeah, looks good, dude. Looks like we're ready to torque.
Okay, let's torque them down.
studs.
55 foot-pounds. So we're used to the metric game here, and we're assuming that these are all in standard because they're an American part.
Yeah, ARP is generally standard, even though the threads are metric.
I'm kind of thinking it's going to be a 5/8. What size are you thinking here?
Oh, dude, let me look at it. I bet you it's an 11/16.
Okay.
Let's see what we got. All right. So
5/8 is the next size down from 11/16.
make sure this isn't dirty. This is an 11/16. All right. Let's see where we're at. Oh, dude, was that first try?
Is that 11/16?
That's an 11/16.
You.
Now, just for some giggles, I might try a metric, see if it's closer.
Yeah. I mean, this does have just
Just a teensy bit.
but that's
so-
like normal.
Yeah. Let's see. Negatron.
Okay. Let's go to
25.
23.
23. There we go. I want to see something real quick. No problems, no hang-ups. Okay, now we can go to 55.
Let's turn it up.
Okay, let's see if
One
it
more
rotates.
run around.
Let's rotate it, see if it's good. Oh yeah, butter, dude. Butter.
Here, just grab this in right here.
Butter. Okay, now
I kind of want to just move it a little bit. Full rotation.
full rotation. All right, let's torque them one more time, just to be sure we didn't miss one or one didn't get a false torque. Oh, significantly heavier.
You got it?
Yeah. Give us a bolt. That one right there. She's going nowhere.
So we're just double insuring by cleaning our rod bearings. The rods have already been brake cleaned. I didn't film that, sorry. And now we are going to check our ring gap.
This looks a little sexual, but it's because it is.
Get your hand out of there.
Dude, this thing is gonna be rad. All right, so this, we're just putting a slight bit of this stuff on there to keep the bore from being too dry when we go to assemble. There's just enough for film, and then we'll put a little bit of assembly lube, aka engine oil, on the piston rings for install. What you got there?
Some hoops. So these are the compression rings. We are going to get these set in. I don't have a piston ring set tool, so we're just gonna use a piston to get them leveled in there.
Yeah.
And it calls for the spec that I wanna do. There's 5 different specs. And I wanted to do the streetcar turbo nitrous spec, which is 0.005. We're gonna get those set to that. Hopefully they're just there, but I doubt it. We are doing a mathematical conversion right quick. It calls for on here, the spec that I want to run is a 0.0065. And so we pulled up the feeler gauge, stuck it in there, and it was just flopping around in there. It just wasn't working out. So I went, oh my God, we got the wrong rings. This isn't gonna work. And then we read a little more into this manual, and there is a conversion chart for millimeters to inches. So this is an 87 millimeter bore, which clearly is different in inches. So there's a math equation here. Okay, so my bore size is 87 millimeter. You would then divide that by 25.4 to get it in inches. So my bore is a 3.425 inch bore. I want 0.0065, so then you multiply this number by 0.0065, and that gives you the gap that you want, a 0.022. I'll pull this up on the screen as a nice fancy equation for y'all so you can see how that makes sense.
You kind of just put the main end in and roll her into place, huh? And then we square it up with the piston. That one looks a little bit tighter.
018 gets stuck in there.
So it's a 1/7. That needs to be filed, what, 8 thousandths?
017 fits in there. So yeah, we need to grind this down.
7 thousandths.
So there's kind of a trick to this, being that this is a chromoly ring. You don't want to grind outward, because you're going to pull off that chromoly off the edge that needs it. So you want to grind from the outside in and pull the removed material in. New method. This takes way too long. Way too long. So we're gonna try to speed this up by putting a angle grinder in a vise, and we are just going to very lightly just dip it in, check it. It seems like, and I'm putting a good amount of force on this file, but it's just the chromoly, it's tough. It's not coming down. So, yeah, we're gonna try this out.
There's a special tool for this. Something. Don't know what it's called. What I've been doing is melting my fingertip and using a flathead, which isn't ideal, but it seems to have worked, and the two of us doing it, we're not marring up the surface of anything. So that's what we're going to show you. So yeah, get it about halfway about in, and then I hold it and someone else flatheads it. Snap. Again with the assembly lube, we're gonna put some on here and spin it around by finger. It smells like a dead dinosaur. They go in.
Can you like wiggle this while you're pushing?
No, but you can.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go like this. And like this.
Yeah, lube them up, man.
And one more hole. Okay, so now lay it over. We'll have to wipe these clean again, probably, because I touched it, I think. Wipe it with brake clean so we don't get it behind the bearings. Let's get them all to that stage, and then we'll put in the snap rings.
Okay.
Tasty. There it is. Straight in like it's supposed to be. Use the Max Tough some more on the conrod bearings.
How many foot-pounds?
These are at 46 foot-pounds according to ARP. We're gonna do one, rotate the engine once, see if we have any hang-ups, and we'll proceed down the line. Actually, I'm gonna go 20 on these,
And then
46.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, half the torque, so we'll do 23. I like to, kind of stretch things evenly. Awesome. 46. Did turn that easy? Turns that easy.
I just wanted to explain clocking the pistons. You know, the rule of thumb is to have them flip-flopped from each other, right? We're just going by Wise Coast standards and going compression ring 9 o'clock, compression ring 2, 3 o'clock. The top oil retainer is 11 o'clock. The bottom retainer is 1 o'clock. And the oil ring itself is at 6 o'clock.
Okay, so this one's gotta go in. We're pretty much square, just go ahead and tap it in, or up. Come in, there, a little bit more, there it is.
So last week we tapped out this oil port and we are now gonna seal the job up with a nice button head Allen stainless.
We're also running a lock washer. Not that it would back out, but it will just ensure that it's not going to. And we're gonna seal it to make sure no oil seepage gets through with some Teflon tape. Okay, so this won't be overly torqued, just snug, and that lock washer is gonna prevent it from coming out. Right there.
Sounds good.
Need a Dremel.
Fork and salt.
I'm gonna touch it ever so slightly with the corner right there, right where that little, you can see where the stud's rubbing it. So I'm just gonna take a teensy bit away very slowly. The faintest gap behind it. So no one ever anywhere has said that the block studs, main studs, hit this,
Type S oil pump.
yeah, Type S oil pump. So if you do that, you'll probably have to do this as well.
Yeah, if you end up doing ARP main studs, just know that that's gonna need to be notched right there.
Oh, Tommy likey. Tommy want weenie.
All right, it's done. As soon as we put this oil pan on, I literally threw up in my lap. This thing is so sick.
Dude, it's rad. It's a new experience for me building a Honda. It's the first one I've ever done.
We did it right. All proven name brand parts. This thing is gonna be a monster. Catch us on the next one as we assemble the head for this. We've got some nasty parts going in that as well.